Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome again to another investing analysis on cryptocurrency markets. This is such a good day, and this is morning, absolutely morning. It's 6:49 a.m. We need to wake up even earlier these days because market is fantastic. We need to be every day here to look at our profits and keep on taking those profits when it's time, because it's still September. You should remember, because if things change and the market is supposed to close lower, it can, then quickly everything can change, everything can go, take all our profits. So we need to maintain it. We need to be maybe even online every single day. Anyway, so this is the Bitcoin chart. As previously mentioned, this is the zone that need to be held, which was 107,000 to 109,000. Let me remind you guys that a lot of people at this point, when the market was at this bottom, they literally became a lot bearish, and people were even calling for lower levels, which now it's absolutely changed. We just had them as a probability that what are we going to do just in case we go that much lower. But as you can see, the original scenario that I had was playing out perfectly. So I'm just showing you here as an example. Let's see, hopefully if I have it. Okay, so you can see that we are in this parabolic run on Bitcoin and nothing has changed. And in this chart I had another support as well, which I have shared with the community. So this was the zone, which if you see, it's the previous all-time high. Everybody knows, everyone that do technical analysis, they know that when a zone like this is broken and the price comes back to this level, it works like a support and it only goes up from there, unless it is proven otherwise, unless this zone is completely taken out with something like this, then we might go down, or we might come to these levels then see lower levels. But that never happened, right? Good. Whoever was in our community is Alhamdulillah in a lot of profit, especially the guys in the private. So it's absolutely amazing how things work here. Let's go and see now, what are we going to do moving forward. Last night I mentioned in the community's public chat that if we hold and break this, it will lead us to $118,000. So this is going to be the new target. But as you know, because we have taken two positions, which was one here, then we took some profit from it, then we took another position here, then we took again some profit. We are now holding the rest. In the meantime, if we, let's say, had one position, it would be in profit just 6% overall. But what we did was, we took like 4% here, we took another 3% here, which is 7%. Now the remaining is going still 5% and higher, and overall, which is fantastic. We have lowered our risk much better, like made it so much less, made our risk better. I don't know what I said. Anyway, but now you can see that first of all we had stop loss of 2 to 3% below this level here. Then when we made an entry here, our stop loss was something like this. Now how is our stop loss going to look like? We can have it here, right at our entry, or we can just make it something like so to not get completely taken out. So like 1% stop loss, we can have that too. So you have two options. Most of the time this one works well. So this is a breakout, a proper breakout, and 4 hour and on daily. Let me show you. This is massive breakout on this zone. It's completely taken out. Now finally, after a lot of ups and downs, we are again going up. Now I also mentioned to you that we are following the book. Like Bitcoin is actually following the book. Nothing has changed. Why? Because let me put this here so we know where our entry is. Because you see, we had a breakout, a retest, now a continuation of the trend. Very simple, but people make it complicated with their own views of how things are. Then they use narratives of what the current situation is. If there's something happening in the government, they say, "Whoa, well, this is happening. That's why we are going down, or the market is like this." They keep justifying it. Okay, those things can have an effect. You can have it as a probability, but the first thing that is going to play out is the book. So if you follow the book, you're always in profit. You don't need to chase those news and hype and whatever people tell you. Okay? Really, this is very, very simple. Take a look at this resistance. It's completely taken out in 4 hours, and it's retested as well. So if you're thinking that you might get another entry here, I don't think so. I think it's just gonna push by today or tomorrow. What date is today? It's Thursday, 11 September. Yeah, like before the weekend we will inshallah reach here. Other than that, same thing. Break of this resistance, you can see there's another resistance here, so market might go a little bit up till here for Bitcoin. Then we might get a retest of some sort here, then continue pushing up. Maybe if you get lucky and get this, then get it, good for you. Otherwise, for us that we entered earlier, like the whales, you can see that how things work now. Okay, so bullish for Bitcoin, 118,000 is the target. Let's go see how is Ethereum doing. Now this one hurt a lot of people because well, it's Ethereum. You can see that even in here, around here in these prices, when we were trading this trend line, the break of it, we actually did enter some good positions here, but unfortunately we weren't able to get out, and we got out with like 2-3%. No, not even 3%, like 1 or 2% stop loss in Ethereum, which we recovered it very quickly with Solana, with other trades that we took inside the private. So it really doesn't matter as long as we keep trading. If something fails, and obviously Ethereum wasn't the number one coin in my portfolio, so it didn't hurt me much even in the dollar term. But anyway, those are in the past. What is there for the future? So if you see, in order to see the future, we need to see the past a little bit. Still, I really like to talk about it. Okay, so see here. This was the place that we wanted it to break for a very, very long time, which was $4,000 price in Ethereum, which it did. Now, at that time, people were waiting here to get a retest of something like this, which would look like this, but it didn't happen. You see, at that time, the price actually closed higher and we kept moving up. Didn't even come to this point or to this point to go higher, right? Now, what happened was once we reached our target, which was the supply level here, which is this level, right? Now that we reached here, what happened was, then I told you to take profit because now we're going back to $4,000 or 3,900, which is this level. Because in order to take out everybody that came with leverage in here, we need to really go down here so they can get out, but that didn't happen, which is fine, but a lot of them that they entered here, they were taken out. And this $4,000 we again got in here perfectly at the perfect time, perfect entry. We did the ride again toward this price. Now upon this candle, I said that we're going to go down again. Now for me was, first of all, this was the entry which you can see that we did go up from in the short term, which was until here, and again we took profit here. Okay, so we didn't miss. You can see how many times we got in. This was the initial one, so once, twice, 3 times all the signals worked. Now what happened in this consolidation period was that I was seeing demand here at $4,000. It was trying to hold from every single support and resistance here, which it formed basically this whole consolidation area, which is currently trying to get out from. But the good thing is that we again took it back around these prices at this zone, and I gave the signal to everybody to get it back, which it's fine now. And you are in like 3% profit in Ethereum, which is fine, which hasn't moved yet. But the things that really made us money was Dogecoin, Solana, Injective. What else did we take? Why do I keep forgetting things? Tau. Right now, Spectre. So, yeah, these made a lot of money. You can see that Dogecoin absolutely went crazy. We did take profit here, but now it even went higher, which again, it's fine, right? Because if we don't take profits, you can see that some people might argue that it's better to just hold. Bro, if you would just hold, how much would you make in Dogecoin if you would just hold? If you would hold 4 years ago's money till now, how much profit would you be? But when I sold, even though it was the beginning of me learning how things work inside cryptocurrency, I did take a lot of profit from Dogecoin before it absolutely went back to where it came from, like to 0.05 or 0.07 cents. So I initially entered at 0.03 cents, and I did the ride to 0.73, which was absolutely crazy. Now, a lot of people lost all their gains, but I did take profit. Now, it's the same thing when I did it here again and again, once, twice, three times, four times, all this time, positioning myself into Dogecoin. Now I am the person. If I take profit here, it's because I have opened a lot of positions here and I have taken a lot here. It can go higher, but it can change quickly and fall back, then go into something like this, which you can see so many times it has happened. If you don't ignore this, then you would understand my point of view that why I take profit, which I did here. And I said to everybody, just take some profit. Not too crazy, like don't sell everything, but take some profit, which is always good to take profit. Than losing it all, or then going crazy and blaming the market later. Market doesn't even know you, bro. Doesn't know you. Okay, let's make some adjustments here so we know where we're going to go next. So, Dogecoin, although, okay, now you see this? You see this? How we have entered in these positions all this time. Even here, I have taken all of it, like all these rides. I'm just saying these so you know how much it is important to study. Most of you are running after signals, which you keep requesting as well in the private group without coming and paying. While if you take only one single trade, you can make so much money, but you're after free things. For over 1.5 years, I gave signals for free in almost all the coins that we were holding in our portfolio, which was around 20-30 coins at that time. Now that everything is working perfectly in a very good disciplined manner inside halal portfolio, which we have all the groups that you need plus all the education, you neither want to learn nor you want to pay for the private, then how can I help you? You still want things for free. I understand, but how much effort I'm taking doing all this, why should I give it for free? I still put the course and everything inside it into one single subscription, which is $33 a month. If you still can't afford that, go work somewhere, first make money, then come and join Halal Portfolios Premium. Otherwise, Bitcoin signals are still free for the public. Go take those signals. You still make a lot of money just by Bitcoin. Thank you for your attention. Alright. So what is there for Dogecoin? Dogecoin, there is a resistance here, which now we're reaching. So I expect something like this to happen, which will take us back to our take profit level. And we need to, I think I made my point of trading all these positions. You need to remove everything from the chart and have a clearer view before things change, because things change very, very quickly. Need to have our things in place. We need to see the longer view of everything. Okay. You can see now that we are out of this wedge which if we see the range, we have quite a good range here, which is 53%. Now according to the book, if we follow, will it go another 53% from here? If it does, then it will give us 34 cents, which I don't think it's quite possible yet. Very quickly, well, anything could happen. It's good to have these prices in place. Now what is happening here is that we are reaching this resistance, as I mentioned you, but we have also broken this resistance, which is also a key level here, which we need to have it like so, just in case if the market comes back down, we can position ourselves here, or we can wait for it to, maybe if it turns, then it will do something like this, then it should break. Otherwise, if it turns, then it comes here, then it comes back, chances are we will come back here, then we do something like this and go back up. This is the initial demand zone and the order block that people might be looking into, and a lot of people that they also bought here a lot, they might be taking out a lot of profit and wait for the price to come down. But it's quite possible we ignore this as well, because it's just the start of the day. You can see we have a lot of pump here, and if this is broken, then it will lead to 28 cents, which is another staggering 11% profit, which overall from this low we will get a 35% profit. Alhamdulillah. So Dogecoin in our medium to high risk, in our low to medium portfolio is the #1 coin at the moment. That's why we need to take always keep an eye on and see where it can lead, and keep taking our profits if things change. So for now it's good. I will update you guys in the community, especially in the private, where I'm going to take profits and when I'm going to take the new entries in the Dogecoin. Right now the chart looks exactly like this. These are the places you can take profit. You know what people miss a lot? They miss on these signals while not even coming and watching these videos, because they want everything very smoothly coming in their WhatsApp as a signal, so they can go and just place a buy order in their favorite exchange. But unfortunately, most of these people that they take signals, I said it before, I'll say it again, none of you will ever make money. You can't even make as much as I do. Even if you have more than I have, if you still place an order, you will place it in a wrong place, because that's how this universe works. It rewards those that are patient. It doesn't reward those that come and gamble their money, and certainly doesn't reward those that they want to effortlessly make money just with these signals without studying. So that being said, you need to understand that it's so important to study everything that you see in this world that is built. It is built by those that they studied for years and years, for decades, practicing, failing over and over and over again, until they made these beautiful houses that we have, or the doctors that we have, or the computers that we have. Anything that is built there is with so much precision, and by design they have I can't tell you how much we should be grateful by using everything that we have, which a lot of effort have been put there by millions and millions of people, until we have a working computer or a camera or anything like that. But without efforts, none of these would have been there, right? So it's exactly the same. Without effort, you can't make money in this market, especially in these times when the market is a lot boring and it takes a lot of people out. So that's it rewards the patient. That's all I can say. Okay, so ETH BTC. Um, we went into Doge. Let's finish first Doge BTC, which, if you remember, this was one of the things that I mentioned to you, that once we are out of this box, Dogecoin is going to go absolutely crazy against Bitcoin. So remember that we are looking at these levels again. These are the levels of take profit, and beyond that, if we see that, inshallah, so you can still see that we are just in the beginning of reaching these levels in Dogecoin, and it's going to be absolutely amazing how it's going to perform, inshallah, against all the other currencies. And finally, this is again entered our zone that we were waiting for a very long time. So you can see this was one of these scenarios that I was looking at, and I was telling you we need to either grab this or come lower, then we will go bullish against Ethereum. This is actually like this. Why did this move? It's not even important or relevant anymore. Anyway, so yeah, now that it has entered, this is the place at which it can stop. And you can see that a lot of liquidity is flowing into Doge at the moment, not into Ethereum. That's why Ethereum is struggling. I have mentioned this to you. Bitcoin and Ethereum is struggling, and we're not holding. I'm just giving the signals for the public. We are not holding it. What I'm holding is out there for the students. Everybody that is there, they are seeing how we're doing in the portfolio. There's nothing more to be said about that. Anyway, so let's go to ETH BTC as well, because we talked about Ethereum. So Ethereum, again, you can see in a longer view in daily, it's this box that needs to be taken out. Once this is out, it's going to accelerate. Something like this is quite possible. Maybe even today I can see it breaking and going to these higher levels. Inshallah, let's see if that would happen. And what confirms that is this chart, which is ETH BTC. You can see that we are back in a demand level, and it is grabbed perfectly, and it is also going to be broken. So let's update this as well. Once we are above this zone, then it's going to go absolutely crazy for all the tokens that we are holding inside Ethereum. This is the chart that you need to be looking at and you need to have your eyes on. Everything else is just a distraction. That recent hack on Ethereum and every other chain that they got into, that was a scam, not letting you buy things. I mentioned to everyone, just be calm at these situations in the market, because right at the time that we go bullish, they come and tell you to get out of the market, and that's what exactly Ethereum holders did here. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? If I'm not mistaken, I don't have my phone with me. Let me bring WhatsApp and tell you that exactly when was that happened. Okay, it was Tuesday. It was just 2 days ago. So I believe, yeah, so this, no. This was it. This was the point for Ethereum, that it turned around. Uh, so anyway, doesn't matter anymore. Not relevant. But you can see that it's not performing because a lot of people were scared. But the whole market didn't react. The market went up. I believe a lot of people, uh, because they saw that the hack is happening, they tried selling the market, which nothing happened, especially for Bitcoin. Absolutely nothing happened. It was just a small retest back to this zone, which it was obvious. That's why I told you this is the take profit level, and this is where it can come. Then you can see now that we have broken this level, so it doesn't really matter. It's just people got a lot distracted and they sold. You need to change your mindset. You need to look forward over. Okay. This is very good. This is very good. We have this level that is taken out. You can see that it has been taken out by Solana, and now we are about to skyrocket inshallah in Solana as well. There's another level here that I see. You can also see. Take these wicks as well, and here. Okay, how are we going to trade this? Now, what we did was in Solana, let me remind everybody again, $103 after we took this rally and took profit here, we entered back at $103 at this point, which we did go a little bit down. I can admit we did go a little bit down, which was here, but we weren't shaken out. We didn't get out. We still held because this was a level. If it wasn't a level, then why after breaking here we had a retest here, right? So it was a level. That's why I was looking at this level, and we made our entry here. Maybe a little bit early, but it's fine. We made our entry. Now you can see that that entry has gotten us to this point, which again at this level we took profit. Now if you say that I was maybe too impatient and didn't wait for the price to go up here, well, you can say that, but I was also very careful not to let greed come over me and take control of my mind. Instead, I took profit. So if things go back down, I will be the person that will say that, didn't I tell you to take profit in here? So we did take profit here, and it doesn't mean that sell everything. It just means take profit. We kept building position since forever in Solana, since $120, which this one we missed, but $120, a lot of students remember that we got into, and since then we have been building positions, and now look at where we're back. We're 100% up since then. Alhamdulillah. So if you would have listened, you would also be in the same situation. Now this is quite a possibility for Solana to come down a little bit right at the place that we took profit. We can enter back if we want to, but I don't think I would. I would just keep this to go to these prices, then I will take profits maybe at these levels. This is what I would do. inshallah, for this. Other than that, if things change, then I would let you know if we were about to go down, and if things close below this, then it's going to be very much important. You need to be in our school. You need to be in our community to see that, to see all my positions. That's all I can say to you. Yep. So this is the line. Solana is still following. If we were about to come down, it can even go lower than this previous candles, just to hurt everybody that is trading with futures. Other than that, I don't think so. It's still bullish, a lot bullish. These are the targets that I'm looking at, but just in case anything happens, I'll let you know. Also in the analysis sessions you would see that. Oh my god, look at this. Finally we are at this level. We need to analyze back the market to see where it is going to go next. So at least until here, Solana is going to pump. So this is against Ethereum. I will tell you this, then we will go to Bitcoin. Although we need to talk about Bitcoin, Solana against Bitcoin first, then against Ethereum, but it's okay. Sometimes we need to do it not exactly the way our rules say. Sometimes I can do that, you shouldn't. You as a student, you should still be learning. Okay. So at least until here, the chart will keep on pushing against Ethereum. Then we might struggle a little bit. So once we are out of this, then this will lead to that $300 level for Solana. Other than that, where I see it is, I would see it coming to 244 and maybe 250 or 56 something level. For $300 and beyond, we need to cross Solana against Ethereum, so all the money from Ethereum also flows into Solana. Then that would be when the banana season, where all your, like, all the meme coins and all the coins that doesn't make sense go up, which we are not holding, Alhamdulillah. Okay, here is a clear demand made for this. That is all. This is the clearest chart you can find at the moment. Just look at this. Okay, Sol BTC. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. We are again on this resistance. Let me show you if we are. Yes, we are still in this resistance. It's not broken yet. So you should know why I am taking profit when I am taking profit. It is important when I take profit. I make money. All right. You can see now that one more. Okay, we have reached Bitcoin, Solana against Bitcoin. Here you can take profit and you can wait for the price to break and go toward these levels, or you can wait for it to come back maybe a little bit lower to grab liquidity from here, then go up. These are the two scenarios, but it's against Bitcoin. Against USD, I told you how it's looking like. It is very much strong. So when it tries to struggle here, it can also mean that Bitcoin will be performing, which that's what is happening right here, as I mentioned in the beginning. So everything is good, Alhamdulillah, so far. Now let's quickly go and see US dollar as well, how that is going. So this is USDT dominance. You can see that we have reached this level of support, which you can take profits according to this. But it's also possible that today it can break this level and go even lower, because right above it we have another level. So if you have been holding all this time, you can have a little bit more patience, so we can break this level and go even further down, which that is what I think is going to happen the most. Other than that, you should take profit like I did in the coins that I have been trading. I do take profit once in a while, even in my longer positions I do take profit. So yeah, USD CAD, this, it's so irrelevant. I should stop having this as something that can give us an indication of where the price might go. But anyway, you can see that USD against Canadian dollar is strong, but it can change anytime. Why do I use it? Is when that happens, when USD gets weakened against Canadian dollar, it's actually good for crypto and Bitcoin and everything else. Now the market looks confusing because dollar against all the other currencies is also trying to go up, which it also means that we have reached resistance here because it hasn't broken yet. Let's have a new analysis here as well. Why not? Why not? So this is a resistance that it tried breaking, but if you see, we are in this support. So which one is it going to happen? I think it will go back up, and so Bitcoin could still go to 118,000, and things could change from here. I can show you another perspective very quickly if you're patient, because that's what is the most important thing for this month of September. For example, take a look at this chart. So far we know that it has broken this and it can lead to this level, and it is a clear level of what? Supply. Now what if you do get this? Don't tell me that I didn't tell you before. That's why we take profits, we de-risk ourselves, we do it a lot of times. It also means that Ethereum will reach its all-time high at 4,600. Then we might actually come and see these 3,900 levels. So I'm actually telling you what is going to happen in the future, but you should understand that we are not trading based on a speculation. We are certainly not predicting the future. That's only in Allah's hand. And we just see the probabilities just in case something happens at that level. We need to get out at that level and let the market come back down to our discount levels. Then once it reaches there, then we can reposition ourselves. If not, then it's fine. That is all. Gold, bro. Gold should have been retesting by now, but you can see that it's also going parabolic, which is absolutely beautiful. But we should see it coming back down. While it struggles, Bitcoin should pump. um, yeah, that's all I think. One thing that is left is BTC dominance, which is weak, which it needs to break this level, which will lead our alts to here. So take a lot of profit and de-risk yourself at this position, because we do go step by step down toward the ultimate alt season. If you're not trading, then for your long-term portfolio, there's nothing to worry. Just close your eyes, wake up at 2030. I'm sleepy because it's so early in the morning. I try sleeping after Fajr to get more sleep because I can't most of the time, but here we are doing analysis. So yeah, everything's looking good. Our analysis is done. If you appreciate this 46-minute analysis that I did, which is the longest I think after a very very long time, if you appreciate this, what we're doing here, like the video, subscribe, make it reach to more people because it's absolutely for free. We do analysis on all these 4 coins for free. If you want to join our private community, the links are down in the description. Also, if you want to study as a beginner and learn everything as a professional and trade nicely in a halal way, then the link is also in the description. See you inshallah in the next video.